Good morning, YouTube. Today is Saturday, July 26th, 2026, and this week's video is completely unscripted. I wanted to showcase a day in my life as a new fitness content creator that has a job and goes to school, and just give you guys a little bit of an insight in my life and show you that even though I have stuff going on, I'm still pursuing this route of content creation. But anyways, we woke up, used the restroom, weighed myself, shaved, and rinsed off my hair so that way it wasn't flying everywhere because it's so thick and crazy. And then of course we have our water to stay hydrated. But right now, I'm just going to get into some journaling. She's sitting right over there. And then we'll hop straight into breakfast and get the rest of the day started. So we're gonna make some quick breakfast real quick. I do have to be at work at 9 a.m. this morning. I typically don't really go in till about 10, sometimes 12, but they scheduled me for 9 today, which is fine because we open at 9 on Saturdays. I just work in retail, by the way. It's nothing crazy. But I'm gonna fix a super simple breakfast. I'm just gonna make a bowl of egg whites. Super duper lame. Don't even care though, it tastes good. 2 pieces of sourdough with some organic antioxidant smash, which is like this cherry pomegranate jelly, kind of like grape jelly, but it's not like disgustingly filled with a bunch of stupid sugars. And then I will have to pack all of my meal prep and everything for work, and that's like super duper hard to work around because on Saturdays we're swamped all day, so I can't always get in the back to like slam my calories in. And I get off at 4, and I would prefer to be at the gym at like 6:30, you know, when everyone's leaving from the 5 o'clock rush after their hour and a half of working out. Judging that I probably won't even have 2,400 calories by then, I may have to go 8. That just gives me more time to digest all of my food and not lift on like, sorry, I keep on burping, to not lift on like freaking 120 grams of protein that's not digested. We're just gonna go off the flow and see what happens today. We have shoulders and arms today, so let's get it. So I'm gonna slam this breakfast real quick, and then we're going to write out today's workout in my lifting journal, and then just get ready for work. And of course, I'm going to pack all my meal prep and everything, and I'll probably eat a protein shake and a protein yogurt before I go to work, just so I can get that in. Pretty much have to be there in like an hour. So I ended up not writing out my workout today. We'll just do it when I get home before we go to the gym. It literally only takes like 10 minutes. Right now, we're gonna pack all of my meal prep into this shopping bag. I have not had a lunchbox since I was like 12, so I just be using the shopping bag, but it works for now. So here you can see we packed chicken bacon ranch loaded. It has potato skins, chicken, some bacon, some mozzarella, and a little bit of ranch. And then right here we got the Aloha barbecue chicken. So it's just diced chicken, brown rice, zero sugar barbecue sauce, pineapple, yellow onions, green peppers, red peppers, yellow peppers, all the fun stuff. Obviously, it's like raining a little bit outside. I was gonna film me like getting in my car, make it a whole montage thing, but I did not want the rain to just be pouring on my phone and my tripod. But I did pack a protein shake, protein yogurt, 2 meals, extra water, gotta stay hydrated. I don't know if I wanna pace my meal like as soon as I get there, eat one of those meal preps before I have to clock in, and then eat another one of those meals around 1 o'clock, and then have my protein shake with one of those meals and a protein yogurt with the other, or if I just wanna get there, drink my protein shake, have a meal at 12, eat my protein yogurt with my second meal as soon as I get off at 4 before I come home, and then come home for a few hours, wait for the gym to not get busy, work on a little bit of content stuff. Honestly, the more I'm saying that, sounds like that's gonna be the plan. I hate when I get home from the gym and I have a lot of calories left and then I just can't sleep. But anyways, we're just gonna drive to work. We're gonna get there safe. It's raining, so I'm gonna drive slow, and we're just gonna have a great rest of our day and a good shift. I wish I could film that, and you meet all my cool, awesome coworkers that I actually really love. Like, they're all so amazing. Unfortunately, it's not gonna happen. So let's just get on with the day, have a great one. I have no reason not to be happy and have an amazing day, so why not? Okay, so thankfully I ended up getting off work early and I started my break super duper late because we got swamped, my guy. So what I ended up doing was eating the protein shake as soon as I got there, and then I ate both of my meals back to back because I was starving, dude. And then I ate my yogurt about an hour later, but we got off early. We were supposed to get off at 4, got off at like 3:10. So we're gonna go home and work on some content and get my exercises for the day written down and my progressions. So that way when we go to the gym, we know exactly what weight to hit, how many reps to get. Yeah, today was a great day though. I talked to a lot of people. You know, I like my job a lot, even though it is retail, because I work with great people. I get to meet a lot of cool people. I work at like an outdoor outfitter store, so everyone's like very outgoing and chill. Super good shift overall. But yeah, let's get home and let's work on the real stuff. It's gonna actually, you know, gonna be what I really want to do. So alrighty, so we wrote out every single thing we're doing today for our shoulders and arms day. I typically like to keep the side deltoids, so like 6 to 8 hard sets every single week. We're gonna start off with shoulder press, 2 sets till failure, and then go into dumbbell lateral raises, 2 sets till failure. It's way easier to progressive overload, I think, on the dumbbell lateral raises with reps than it is on the cable lateral raises because it's more of an isolation movement, and like I usually do them by the time I'm tired. But then we're gonna do 2 sets of overhead extension. I don't know what attachment, probably gonna use a V-bar. Usually I would do dips immediately after dumbbell lateral raises, but I ended up changing that because dips also hit the chest, and then the day before my shoulders and arms day is a chest and back day. I don't really see a point of hitting a super hard set of dips right after I hit chest and back. It probably just doesn't even allow my chest to grow that much, and where my chest is usually sore, it's kind of hard to focus on my triceps because I'm so worried about my chest being sore. So that's why I just went ahead and changed them back to overhead extensions just to see if it would help me with my overall recovery. But next we're going into V-bar pushdowns for 2 sets till failure, seated supinated curls, 2 sets till failure, unilateral preacher curls, 1 hard set of cable lateral raises, and then 2 sets to failure on rear delt flies, and that is my entire shoulders and arms day. I'm gonna get changed for the gym, then we're gonna eat a pre-workout meal, and I figured I would just go first before I start working on content the rest of the day because it is a Saturday, and I don't think really anyone's gonna be there at this time because everyone usually just goes out and eats with their family and stuff. So let's go have an amazing shoulders and arms session, why don't we? All right, and once again, you know it wouldn't be one of my videos if I wasn't gonna show you exactly what I'm doing for my pre-workout meal and my pre-workout stack. So I walked into Carbon the other day, full restock on Alpha Cookies, brown sugar Pop-Tart, like what? And of course, the usual banana, just superhuman burn, and 5 grams of creatine. I know on every single one of my videos, I'm always eating an Alpha Cookie and a banana, and a lot of people are gonna be like, why are you not eating like a scoop of protein, mixed in some cream of rice? For some fast-acting carbs. And it's like, yeah, usually I do eat protein before the gym, but it's usually like 2 hours before because it takes my stomach a little longer to digest bigger meals with more protein. Even like eating both those meals back to back today made me a little congested, but that's okay, we're over that now. Typically what I'll do is I will eat 1 serving of oatmeal with the banana chopped up, some honey, and a scoop of whey protein, and that's typically my pre-workout meal if I have an hour to spare. Unfortunately, where I had to work today, and I have a lot of other stuff going on, and I'm trying to make content and pump out things as efficiently as possible without getting too burnt out. Having quicker, faster acting carbs is just better for me right now because at the end of the day, it's calories in versus calories out. I'm still in a calorie deficit. I've obviously still been losing weight, so it doesn't really matter what you do. Yeah, let's slam all this and let's get our butts to the gym. I just spilled a little bit of oatmeal, bruh. What the hell? Holy shit. I don't know if the mic got that, but that was this cookie dropping on the floor. What the fuck? Alrighty, and just like that, we are at Carbon Shoulders and Arms. You guys already know the workout. Super hot. I freaking love this gym so much. It's probably my favorite gym I've ever been to just because of the vibe. Like I said the other video, such an amazing gym. But I'm gonna do my cardio to warm up, get my blood flowing, you know, lubricate my entire body with blood flow, with some recovery in there before we start. Then we're gonna warm up the shoulders. I always use the elastic bands to warm up my shoulders with pull aparts. You guys saw my routine last video, and then I always use a plate to get my rotator cuff warmed up, especially when I'm hitting heavy shoulders, heavy arms, and even for like chest and back movements, I'm always lubricating up my shoulders and making sure they're all good to go. Definitely don't ever want to get injured again. Shoulder injuries are not for the faint of heart, dude. They suck, they put you out, and like it tears with your ego. Let's just go ahead and get started, shall we? So we actually had to start off with dumbbell shoulder press because somebody was using the shoulder press machine, which is fine. Don't typically want to wait for machines. The gym is just a little bit busier than I thought it would be, so I'm not going to be able to get like an insane amount of different shots, but it'll probably look way more cinematic with it zoomed in on me. So we'll try to do is try to make an art out of today's video, I guess. Get better at editing and get better at making good gym montages, I guess.
this exercise, you're gonna go back down and do one set of cable lateral raises until failure. But I wanted to say, take a moment to just please subscribe and like the video. I'm really working hard on these, trying to push out one every single week. And I have a crazy week coming up, so I went ahead and recorded like 3 YouTube videos this week, just so I can have the next week's videos already ready to upload and publish, and just work on the editing while I'm at home, trying to work on some other stuff for like school and maybe even potentially moving. So, and also go down to my Linktree. You can get 80% off your first order of Fabletics using my link. And you can also order from my shop where I've got creatine, protein powder, recovery essentials, shaker bottles, all kinds of fun stuff for you down there. So it'd be pretty awesome if you could support me. And it'll also help me get my first actual camera to have even better quality videos. Let's get to this preacher curl set real quick. Okay, so that is literally it for the lift. We are done with shoulders and arms today. For now, it's time to get some posing in, see the progress we've made, see what we've been doing on our cut. This posing room is like super duper cool. You can even see me in there. It's pretty rad actually. But yeah, let's get the posing down, why don't we? Okay, let's just look at some of the fat loss gains we've made. So check here, like under my shoulder real quick. Nice piece of loose skin. I got some down here as well. I kind of tuck it under because I'm kind of ashamed of it, but I don't care anymore. Got some loose skin coming up here. You can tell it's gonna get even looser. Probably getting down to like 18, 17% body fat. Still hanging a little bit at 19, but it's coming off for sure. Vascularity in the shoulders even more. Pretty proud of the progress, honestly. Okay, so all we really have left to do is just some cardio, which I'm not really gonna film. Just gonna do 30 minutes of cardio on the treadmill, keep my heart rate at 105 to 140 BPM, like middle of zone 1, kind of into zone 2 a little bit. Well, 140 is like the peak of my zone 2, but 30 minutes of that. I usually just play Pokemon TCG while I'm doing cardio. But then after that, we're gonna go home, get our post-workout meal in, and then start working on some content, probably record some talking head TikToks, maybe make a TikTok out of this footage, because I got some pretty cinematic shots. Not really the cinematic type of guy. I'm more of like the dude who's just trying to inspire you and motivate you and make sure that you know you can change your life and you can do anything you want to in this life and you can pursue any avenue. So boom, let's just go home, get that meal in after some cardio and call it a day. Okay, so on the way home, I decided to go to Sprouts because I needed more mustard, I needed more bananas because I ate the last one today. And also for my post-workout meal, I looked at my macros. This thing was eyeing me down. This thing is sushi. I need exactly 46 grams of carbs. I have enough room for 12 grams of fats. I'm actually 30 grams of fats under, and I'm totally okay with being under fats at the end of the day. And then it only has 18 grams of protein, but of course the rest of my calories are gonna be filled with protein shake and maybe like an egg white bowl. So it'll fit the macros, the stars aligned. We're gonna eat it. Very satiating and it's an amazing post-workout meal. Then we got bananas. I love anything zero sugar, like flavored root beer. I love the root beer bums, the cream soda bum energies, but they have the regular creamy root beer, and they had a new flavor of root beer I've never tried before, which is the ginger root beer in the Zevias. They're 0 calorie drinks, freaking amazing, dude. They also help curb those cravings when you're in a calorie deficit. And then I got some more organic creamy yellow mustard, 0 calories, dill pickle mustard, 0 calories, and then kosher dill pickles, which these are just little snacks, it's just 5 calories for about 9 chips, and you burn 5 calories just like thinking, you know, perfect little like midnight snack, or if you need a snack before bed, it's basically 0 calories at that point. And then we got smoked turkey breast and oven roasted turkey breast, as well as some raw sharp cheddar, just 80 calories a slice. I already have a lot of sourdough. It's just in case we want to make a little turkey sandwich. And then they have a brand of like body wash and conditioner. They're made out of like avocado oil and almond oil. And the name of the brand is literally my name, dude. Preston. So I got this almond oil leather conditioner and this avocado oil body wash that's also leather. So that's going to be super nice. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I got to sprout. So I'm gonna slam this post-workout meal, and then we'll get to maybe editing some awesome footage and creating some short-form content. And I'm gonna pair this with a protein shake so I get more than 18 grams of protein in this meal. So slammed that meal, a protein shake. I actually had enough calories left to have a pack of tuna, and I also have these chocolate, like low-calorie popsicles that are just like chocolate fudge popsicles. They're just 90 calories, 18 grams of carbs. I ended up hitting my calorie goal dead on today, which doesn't usually happen. Usually I'm like up to even 100 like below, or I'm like 40 over, and that's completely fine because those numbers aren't always going to be perfect when it comes to the amount of calories you're genuinely burning. So I mean, you may burn 40 extra or a 200 more, and you might actually be 300 more of a deficit than you want to be, because that might be a little too much on one day and you just don't know. But that's completely fine. What matters is that we're on average of the days, I would say 90% of the time, staying locked in the calorie deficit. If you take away my carb cycling, I'm always getting like 750 calories under my maintenance. So if I'm ever eating over, I'm always still in a calorie deficit. I'm just probably like 450 to 600 calories under, rather than a full 750, which is still completely fine pace for me. That's kind of why I give myself a little bit of leeway, because while I do have meal prep and I have all these protein shakes and like supplements and everything, I still allow a little bit of flexibility so I don't absolutely go crazy over my diet. But I also just realized that I cannot film myself making content and short form content because I use my phone to record. So I gotta record it on my phone, so I don't have another camera to record. I'm just gonna have to go ahead and close this video out now. It was super fun throughout the day, just getting a bunch of random clips, showing you guys what my life is like and piecing it all together. Coming back full circle to sitting in this chair and just being able to show you guys that even though I have stuff going on in my life, even though there's a lot of other things that are taking up my time, I'm still able to show up, make content, go to the gym, eat healthy. And it's an amazing lifestyle that I genuinely thought I could never ever have. But this is just one random day in my life, and it's not like this every single day. I definitely might continue to make more of these, especially after this 5th and 6th week. I'm taking a deload week, the 6th week of this cut, and I'm definitely gonna change my split up. And I'm probably going to steer away from like the 7-day-a-week split where I have everything lined up to match Monday through Sunday. And I might just do a rotating split that you would be familiar with called like bro, or even like push, pull, leg, shoulders, rest, and just keep on rotating. I think the exact split I'm going to switch to is upper, lower, upper, rest, and then repeat, which I think would be a super interesting split for me, which would allow me to hit a higher frequency while maintaining the same volume throughout the week, maybe only doing like 1 to 2 sets to failure, and then obviously adjust that volume according to the amount of rest days I'd be taking that week, because you might line up to be 1 rest day for a couple of weeks, and then the next one you might have 2 rest days. But with all that being said, please like, subscribe, go support me. I'm trying to nail in my first 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible, and that would be amazing if you guys could help and support me so I can get a real camera and I can make better content. I really want to be able to afford the Adobe Creative Cloud annual membership so I can use things like Premiere Pro. I love editing in Final Cut. It's cool and everything, but the problem with Final Cut is that you have to download a lot of extra external plugins to have effects, and those effects cost money, and there's a few good free ones, but like majority of the effects cost a lot of money. So all of that money you spend on the effects, you can just spend a fixed price yearly and get Premiere Pro and all the included effects in Premiere Pro, which I've heard are a lot better from some of my filmmaking friends that are in like film school. So I would definitely appreciate if you guys could support me and help me be able to have access to those tools so I can make better content for you guys. And of course, thank you so much for watching this video. Tune in for the next one every single Sunday. Usually I have them scheduled for like 12 in the afternoon. The last video uploaded at 6 a.m. I think I'll just have this one premiere at 6 a.m. so that way you guys can wake up, have a fresh new video out, and not have to wait any longer. You wake up Sunday, have a great day of rest, a great day off, hopefully. But yeah, thank you so much. Peace out. Enjoy the rest of your day.